Well, money and fame will make people do just about anything. Lie, cheat, steal, even throw their own family under the bus. Colin Kaepernick is no stranger to desperate attention stunts, the same guy who likened the NFL to chattel slavery after spending years trying to get back into the NFL. His efforts fell flat as they are concerned with talent in that league. So Colin Kaepernick diversified his assets by starting a publishing company, taking the money he had earned, putting it to use. He began writing woke social justice books. His most recent one is called Change the Game, which walks readers through Kaepernick's childhood, and in one specific portion, according to Kaepernick, outlines how he had to deal with racism from his parents, his awful, evil, white, and therefore racist parents, who adopted him at 5 weeks old after he was abandoned by his black father and was raised in a pretty nice house in a nice community in California. He was a top athlete in both baseball and football and had parents who did everything they could to help him succeed. So as a thank you, he goes on national television to talk about this book and throws them under the bus for a few bucks and some clicks. Watch.
It's his true high school coming-of-age story, his journey embracing his blackness despite resistance from many, including his white adoptive parents.
I know my parents love me, but there were still very problematic things that I went through. I think it was important to show that, no, this can happen in your own home, and how we move forward collectively while addressing the racism that is being perpetuated.
Later on in the interview, and also emphasized in the book, Kaepernick demonized his parents for not wanting him to grow his hair long in school because they said it was unprofessional. Such terrible parents wanting their son to look and be his best, which, as we have seen play out through his adult life, was apparently too ambitious a goal for their son. Kaepernick loves his security blanket of victimhood, his anti-white race baiting, and biting the hands that fed him. After all, it pays well and gives him security that he can't find in the game of football anymore. Because as mentioned, the NFL doesn't want a second-rate athlete who's going to accuse them of being slave owners. Shocking. Joining me now is Turning Point USA faith contributor and sports commentator John Root. John, great to see you again. Thank you for being here. Is it not lost on Colin Kaepernick how ungrateful and narcissistic he sounds when he goes on television and talks about how terrible his own family is that took him in and raised him?
Well, we thought taking a knee was as low as he could go, but I guess he could go lower. And when you have this entire platform that's about fighting racism, you will throw anyone under the bus, even the people that out of the goodness of their heart, they adopted him, put him into a great school system with opportunities to play sports and then play at the University of Nevada and then find success in the NFL. Like, remember, he was a great athlete that went to a Super Bowl. And once he got benched, that's when he started to figure out, maybe my brand is not going to be an athlete anymore, because the NFL figured him out pretty quick. And then now when he gets to this place of, maybe what I could do is just team up with anybody that's black, throw anybody that's white under the bus. And he basically called his parents people perpetuating this idea that he needs to become an Uncle Tom. Without him saying that, that's exactly what he's saying, that he needs to now embrace the white culture and don't embrace anything that he came from. It's disgusting, but I'm not surprised seeing this come from Colin Kaepernick, who will do anything to team up with people and perpetuate actual racism, because that's what he's doing.
The guy is worth about $20 million, John. I mean, that's just an unbelievable amount of money. He's set for life. Why does it always seem that the people who have the most money and have succeeded most thanks to the country that they live in, America, seem to hate America most? It's a strange pattern, isn't it?
Well, you know this well, and then anybody that watches your program or watches OAN, they're going to understand that systemic racism is something that is being pushed in education, it's being pushed in sports, it's being pushed on any major platform to make people really believe in order to get back to a great place. You hear build back better. There's a reason the Biden administration is pushing that because it's based in deconstructionism. We need to tear down the patriarchy. We need to tear down the systems that built this place. It's no longer 1776 when this country was founded. It was 1619, and it was founded upon racism. That's what they want you to believe, and they will do anything and stop at nothing to fight back against white supremacy, which is what politicians, major media outlets, and people like Colin Kaepernick are saying we need to fight against. We're in a postmodern culture where they're telling people that we are not quite equal yet. We need reparations, and that's not just monetarily. We need white people to sit down. We need parents that adopt kids out of the goodness of their heart to understand that they were perpetuating racism. Yeah, I know they love me, but they didn't love me quite enough as a black person. We got to remember, in this system that they're trying to build right now, there is nothing we can do because we are inherently sinful, and there's the sin of racism that we constantly have to get penance and forgiveness from for the rest of our lives.